Do you ever get confused or overwhelmed by all the different gear ratios, ball bearings, and drag numbers on those fishing reels? Well, being able to understand what these numbers mean is crucial for you selecting the best fishing reel for your needs. So let me break it down so that you can choose the perfect one every time without all the headache. Let's get to it. Now, when it comes to choosing the right fishing reel for your needs, you really need to do your homework in order to make the best buying decision. You have your high-end reels that can be quite expensive, and then you have your low-end reels which are very budget friendly. Now, while both classes of reels can get the job done when it comes to catching fish, there are some features you should definitely pay attention to when it comes to selecting the best fishing reel for your needs. Here are 5 features to consider when shopping for a good, reliable fishing reel. Gear ratio, ball bearing system, reel size, drag system, and material. Now, I'll go over each one of these in depth to help you gain a much better understanding of why it's important to keep these in mind when shopping for a good, reliable fishing reel. So let's start with gear ratio. Now, gear ratio refers to how many spool rotations or revolutions the spool itself will turn for every single full turn of the reel handle itself. Spinning reels on the market today start with a gear ratio as low as 4:1 all the way up to 8:1. Now, those spinning reels with a gear ratio of 4:1 and 5:1, they are considered to be much slower reels. Meaning with these type of reels, guys, you're going to be getting less line spooled per inch for every single full turn of the handle itself. Now, there is an advantage of using these type of reels, and that is that they do provide more power when it comes to battling those big fish. So now I know usually when I go offshore and I'm doing deep sea fishing, these are the type of reels that I take with me because they can withstand the sheer force of those big fish, and it's less stressful on the reel itself, and I have no problem reeling in those fish. So use of these type of reels are usually good for techniques requiring slow presentation, such as that in deep sea fishing, Carolina rigs, or throwing those crankbaits. Now, those spinning reels with a higher gear ratio, let's say 7:1 and above, they're going to be much faster reels when it comes to line retrieval. With these type of reels, guys, you're going to be getting more line spooled per inch versus that of the slower reels. But the disadvantage with these type of reels is that they do offer less power, making it difficult to reel in those larger fish. Now, you'll be able to reel them in, it's just going to take you a little bit more time to reel them in. So use of these type of reels are good for fast retrieval techniques involving lures such as spoons, jerk baits, jigging, or other types of swim baits. So let's talk about ball bearings. Now, in general, the more ball bearings a reel has, the less friction there is during its rotation, meaning that you'll have a much smoother feel when it comes to casting and retrieving. The lowest ball bearing spinning reels on the market have between 3 to 9 ball bearings, while the highest have around 13 to 25 plus. You'll definitely pay more for those spinning reels with a higher ball bearing count, but the advantage here is you'll be able to cast a lot further and be able to reel in those big fish with a much smoother feel. Now, if you're a budget-friendly fisherman like I am, then you opt for a fishing reel with a ball bearing count between 6 and 9 bearings. Even though these are less expensive, they'll still get the job done and won't break your bank. So let's talk about reel size. Spinning reels come in different sizes today, ranging anywhere between 1,000 to 10,000. Now, I'm pretty sure they go above 10,000, but for this video, we're just going to stick with this range, 1,000 to 10,000. Now, the bigger the reel, the more line it can hold and the heavier pound test it can hold. Now, this is important, guys, because let's say you go out and you buy a 2500 series reel or a 3000 series reel. Now, those are smaller reels, and so they can only hold so much line. And let's say you decide to go to a fishing pier and fish off the pier. Now, because you're on a pier, now gravity's working against you, right? So let's say you got your 3000 series reel and you cast out and you hook into a big tarpon or a cobia. Well, yeah, you're going to be excited, but you'll never be able to reel in that fish. You know why? Because first thing is you're going to run out of line. With these type of fish, they like to run straight. They like to run. And you just won't have enough line on that reel to reel in that fish. And also you'll get broke off because you don't have enough heavier pound test on that reel to handle those type of big fish. So in this case, you'll need like maybe a 5,000 or 6,000 series reel, which is a bigger reel, which can hold a much heavier pound test and more line. So those smaller reel sizes between 2,500 and 4,000, I would say are generally more preferred for inshore fishing. I know when I'm doing inshore fishing, I'll carry 4 medium light rods with me. 2 of which are equipped with 2500 series reels and the other 2 are equipped with 3000 series reel. The size of these reels are light enough to allow me to feel every strike without offsetting or compromising the feel and sensitivity of the rod itself. Now this is important, guys, because if you have some medium light rods and you go and buy a 4000 series reel or a 5000 series reel and you put that on those rods, I think that reel is going to be a lot too heavier for that rod, and because that rod is a sensitive rod, you want to be able to feel every strike, okay? So a 2500 series reel or a 3000 series reel will allow you to feel, every strike and feel also the lure working off the bottom of the ocean floor. That's what's going to get you more strikes. So make sure if you have a medium light action rod, stick with those reels. You can't go wrong. 2500 or 3000, I would say. So let's talk about drag system. A fishing reel drag system is another factor to consider when shopping for a fishing reel based on the type of fish you'll be targeting. It works to prevent the fish from breaking the line by allowing you to control the resistance of the line itself in which you would tire out the fish. So let's talk about material, what the fishing reel is made of. Now when it comes to buying a good quality dependable fishing reel, guys, you should never, I mean never, sacrifice quality. And yes, there are some high-end reels out there that are built with precision craftsmanship, using only the best quality of materials that money can buy. And you pay for it, believe me, and you'll be glad you did, especially if you're going to be doing any saltwater fishing here in the state of Florida, because we all know how saltwater can be very damaging to the internal components of a fishing reel. It can cause it to corrode and rust in a heartbeat. So my advice to you when you're out there shopping for a good, reliable fishing reel is to look for those reels that are built with stainless steel, aluminum, high carbon fiber type material, and those seals that help protect the internal components from corrosion and rust. You'll be glad you did. And also, even though they're supposed to be anti-corrosion, it's still always good to protect the reels by spraying them off after each use and then lubricating them from time to time. This will help ensure your reels will last you a long time. Well, now you'll never have to stress over gear ratios, ball bearings, and drag numbers ever again, because you now have the knowledge to pick the perfect reel every time. Well, I hope this was helpful to you all and that you learned a thing or two. If you like this video, much love is appreciated if you hit that like button. Also, I would love to hear what's your favorite rod, so feel free to drop a comment below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and click that bell to be notified so that you don't miss any new videos. Well, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.